All right, we are going live in all of the right places. Let's talk about going live and doing live video. If that is holding you back, then I'm going to set you free today. We're going to talk about ways to stand out online without doing live video. And I'm also going to give you tips on how to actually start going live. And I promise you, it's not as intimidating as you might think. But I understand everything is a process. Do I want you to just launch loud, go live every day, and do talking head videos and do TikToks and all the things? Yes, my friend. Yes, I do. And why? Because that is the most powerful way that you are going to connect with your audience. People do business with those they like, know, and trust. And when you can show up live and in living color, it makes a powerful difference. But I don't want you to count yourself out if you're not there yet. Okay? So we're going to talk tonight about 7 different tips that will help you stand out online without doing live video. Okay. And then I'm going to give you some practical tips for going live, because at some point I do want you to take that step and graduate. Okay. Take the training wheels off and graduate to going live. But I first want to share this. I know it's earlier than 9 o'clock. I'm really trying to play around with my times as far as going live. I have been going live 9 p.m. or later. I'm finding that that's disrupting my family time a little bit. So I might even go live as early as 11 a.m. I'm playing around. So forgive me as I fluctuate times. Okay. But if you are catching me live, drop a flame in the comments. All right. And this is the replay for you on Facebook or YouTube. Please drop a purple heart down below. And hello, my friend. Happy Friday night, Mary. Good to see you on, my friend. Here's what I know. I have been doing videos since 2012 or so. So I've been going live for 12 years. Okay. And I want you to know I started my business back in 2012 with $70 to my name. My videos were awful. Okay. I was very monotone. I had no energy. I had no expression in my face at all. Okay. So over time, you will get better. But if you're not there yet, again, I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to stand out online without doing live videos. Okay. But I want to know in the comments, on a scale of 1 to 10, how scared are you of going live? 10 being, Jana, I am absolutely petrified of going live. I might vomit if I go live. That's a 10. So where are you at on a scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to going live? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to know. So I started my business back in 2012 with $70 to my name. And following a simple system, was able to take that $70 and grow it into nearly $1 million and really radically change the entire dynamics of my household. My husband passed away in 2008. I had no college education, no skills, no options in life, and really needed a solution. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. That's what I was when my husband was living. And I did not want that to change. I wanted to be the number one influence in my children's lives. And I found my freedom in a network marketing industry. And in the network marketing industry, my first network marketing company set me free. It set me free from debt. It set me free from having to work a job. I was able to quit my job within 13 months of starting my business. But what I found along the way was there really wasn't the time freedom that I was looking for. But I will tell you, thank God for 2024. Now with social media and all of the technology, there are so many ways to stand out online and make money without having to do all of the things that I had to do back in those days, which was I had to talk to friends and I had to talk to strangers. Okay. I had to make new friends. I had to approach people out in public. I had to do coffee shop meetings and three-way phone calls and home parties. And I mean, it worked, but woo, like, can you imagine doing that today? Like, can you imagine doing no, absolutely not. But all that to say, my friend, I've come a long way, and I fully believe that if anyone can have success online, you can. If I can do it, you can do it. Whether your goal is $500 a month, $1,000 a month, whatever your goal is, whatever you need financially, I am 1000% confident you can achieve that with this online space, with this passive income system. You can make money in your sleep. In fact, I'll never forget when I made my first $500 in my sleep. I woke up to my first $500 and I was absolutely ecstatic. Like, can you imagine doing work one time and getting paid for that effort over and over and over and over again? That's passive income. I wasn't working. So to wake up to $500 was absolutely mind blowing to me. And I've been doing that ever since. Okay. So back to the topic of the day, how to stand out online without doing live video. Again, the goal is to ultimately go live. Ultimately, that's what you want to work up to. That is the best way that you're going to make money. Thank you, Australia. Appreciate you. Doing live video is where the money is, but it's not to say that all the money is in doing live video. Okay. Because let's just be real. There's a lot of evidence of success without going live. But the first thing that you're going to need, okay, is you are going to have passion and energy in your content. Now, passion is going to come with, thank you so much, my friend. Passion is going to come with believing in your business, believing in your system, believing in what you have your hands on, right? You have to have belief, and you have to be super passionate about why you're doing what you're doing, even if you don't go live, right? That's where it starts. Because when you have conviction and passion for what you have your hands on and why you're doing what you're doing, you're going to show up with energy. You're going to show up that way, and people are going to, and then secondly, if you don't have passion, if you don't have belief, if you don't have the conviction for what you have your hands on, you're likely not going to take any action at all. I mean, let's just be real. You're likely not even going to take a step every day. And I understand that confidence comes with time, but here's what I also know is that action comes before confidence. You're not ever going to have the confidence without the action. Now, I say it like this. Now, you can watch training videos. You can watch my videos. You can watch every TikTok that I've done on how to be successful online. You can show up to all my live videos. And what I believe is that every day that you teach or that you learn, your confidence is going to grow a little bit. Like your belief level is going to start to rise a little bit. But until you actually take action, the confidence is never going to be what you need it to be. And listen, the money that you need to make is not going to happen without action. You've got to take action, and then the confidence is going to it's going to skyrocket. But whether you're going live or not, you've got to have that. Okay, you've got to have that. And then in your content, you want to entertain. You might be like, okay, well, Jana, well, that's great. Well, what kind of content do I provide? Well, you want to, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You definitely want to share your life. Like I talk a lot about sharing your story. And if you haven't received my email teachings and seen the YouTube video that I've done on how to share your story, I definitely recommend you subscribe to the emails. Make sure you're getting my emails so you can learn more about that, because I'm telling you, when you show up and you learn how to share your story and you talk about what you've been through, that right there is going to draw people in, because people need to see, wow, like you've been through some things, and you're going to find people along the way that can connect with you based on your story. And they can also see, wow, like he or she, like he's triumphed over that. Like he's an overcomer or she's an overcomer, right? Or man, you know what? I lost my spouse as well. And so in your content, you can share that through picture posts. Like, I don't know if you saw my TikTok that I did, but I did a picture. I did like 8 or 9 pictures, and it was my husband who has passed away. And every picture, it was a letter to my husband, right? And so, and the reason I did that, well, number one, it was a little deeper inside look into my life. But number two, I recently acquired a lot of new followers on my TikTok, and I wanted to introduce them more to who I am. Right. And so I did the picture post of my husband and my kids and what happened to my husband, a letter to my husband. All right. So you want to talk about your life and your story, and then also entertain. Right. And so you can do a lot of faceless videos on TikTok and even Facebook Reels, Instagram, especially now with CapCut and green screen. I put an example in my TikTok about my passive income business, and it was a green screen video. So there's so many ways that you can do videos and stand out online without going live. So you want to share a little bit about your life. You want to entertain, but above all, you've got to give value. You've got to find a way to give value. What are you giving back to the people that are following you? What are you teaching them? And you might be like, well, gosh, Jana, I'm a beginner. Like I have no clue where to start when it comes to teaching someone. Well, you can go into the content library and you can learn some things, right? You can go into the training modules and you can start learning, and you can talk about that. I'm sorry, don't talk. You can do picture posts about what you've learned. In fact, my TikTok, let me tell you, if you're not following me on TikTok, you need to be, because I have so many examples of what I'm talking about. You can teach in picture posts on TikTok. In fact, I think I have 2 of them pinned to the top of my TikTok, because I know people are scared to death of live videos, and they're scared to do talking head videos or TikToks, if you will. I get that. But don't count yourself out just because you're a little afraid. There are ways around it, and that's what we're talking about. So that's why I say go on to my TikTok and look at those and see, okay, I get it. I can do that. And now like I said, with CapCut, you can do the green screen, but even on Canva has so many faceless marketing videos that you can do. In fact, if you're part of my digital, digital program, if you're not, you can go to the link there. But if you have that, my legacy builders, like it's all teaches you nothing but faceless marketing in there. But anyway, let's get back on track. So you also need to be intentional. What I don't like, and I see this often, is I see this where people just post to post, and you can tell they're just posting to post. In fact, I actually talked to 2 of my team members earlier, and one of them was like, yeah, I just post something random. And I was like, well, tell me more about that. Like, tell me, like, what do you mean random? And she's like, oh, it was just, I wanted to get some engagement. And I was like, okay, I get that. But let's be really, really intentional, because you have to remember, you're also building a brand. You're also, you're wanting to have that like, no trust factor. So you don't just want to post random crap to post random crap. Like, what are you about? What resonates with you? Don't just pick something to pick something. And even on TikTok, don't just share a random video for the heck of it. share something related to your business, or maybe another great idea with TikTok, if you don't want to do live video or even talking videos, is you can do a stitch or a duet, but you don't want to just find something random just for the sake of it, or just maybe because it's trending. Do something that's related to your passive income business, or do something that's related to your niche, right? But you've got to be intentional. Don't just post just to post. And I'll be honest with you, okay? I still get to the point sometimes where I'm like, oh my God, maybe I just haven't planned well for whatever reason. I'm like, I need to get a post out there. I got to get a post out there. But I am very intentional about that and not rushed it just for the sake of it. Now, I will tell you, today I was a little rushed. If you saw my TikTok today, I was a little rushed. I didn't even put a title on my video. I posted it and I was like, oh gosh, I didn't even put a title, but it's okay. The second piece of advice, how to stand out online without doing live videos: provide genuine engagement. Please provide genuine engagement. I want to talk about grow rooms. I feel really compelled to talk about grow rooms. I love grow rooms on TikTok. I'm not sure if you're familiar with grow rooms, but let's just say you have so many followers on TikTok and you're looking to maybe hit 1,000, or you're looking to hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. So you can go inside what's called a grow room, and they're a lot of fun. I love them, but it's a place where you can grow followers very fast. Now, one of the things I swore I would never, ever, ever, ever do is just get followers for the sake of it. So I've taken so much time going through all of those followers and providing genuine engagement with these new followers. Genuine, going onto their page, watching the whole video and giving a genuine comment. And so one of the pieces of advice I could give you when it comes to providing genuine engagement with those on your online is you want it to be at least 4 to 5 words. If you can provide a comment on someone's post or reel or video, whatever, and it be at least 5 words, you're doing pretty good, okay? And then a bonus tip to that would be ask a question. Because what happens when you ask a question? It's gonna provoke a response. So you might be like, well, Jana, what do you mean? How is this helping me stand out online? Because, my friend, you're building relationships and connections. So, for example, if you go onto someone's post, and I see this all the time, my friends, I see this all the time. Let's just say you're on Facebook and it's a beautiful profile picture of your friend. She just changed her profile picture. I'm telling you, you're going to see all of these comments and they're going to say, gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But when you can show up and you can say, oh my gosh, my friend, you look absolutely stunning. I love how you're wearing your hair in this picture. You might even say, did you do something different? You are going to stand out amongst all the people who just commented to comment. Am I making sense? So provide genuine engagement with your followers, okay? Genuine. One of my very first mentors said, be genuinely curious about people. Really care about people and be genuinely curious about their lives and who they are. I love that. And then number 3, be consistent. Being consistent builds trust. So I was on a coaching call with one of my teammates earlier, and I was giving her ideas on how to be consistent on her social media, specifically Facebook. And I said, pick a day of the week and be consistent about posting that day every week as a theme. So for example, Money Monday or Motivational Monday, Tip Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Wealth Wednesday, right? Fitness Friday, Faith Friday. Pick a day of the week, give it a catchy name, but make sure you show up every week on that day and provide value within that content. And if you do that consistently, people are going to start noticing that. And that's how you build trust. And at the same time, you can also show yourself as an expert in an area, right? For example, if you are, maybe you're starting a fitness or nutrition business. Maybe you're starting, I don't know, maybe you're wanting to help people build a business online like I am, whatever. But let's just say it's a fitness and nutrition business. You have a wellness Wednesday. You show up every Wednesday with a wellness tip, a fitness tip, whatever, and you do that consistently. You're going to start establishing yourself amongst your followers as, oh my gosh, Nikki's the go-to girl for all of the nutrition tips. And so that's how you're going to stand out. Okay. Number 4. Be authentic. And I kind of touched on this earlier. Number 4, be authentic. Don't just share the highlight reel of your life. Don't just share all the good and great of your life. Thank you for that. I appreciate you so much. If you've been watching me for a while, I share all of the dirty, but you don't have to be doom and gloom and share your personal tragedies all the time, but you can also put a positive spin on it, right? Like, I talk about being broke and how I've overcome. I talk about how I struggled with addiction and alcohol and jail and all the things and what God has done for me. You see what I mean? So, you can always encourage and inspire someone through your realness and rawness. I don't want you to show up online and be like, oh my gosh, today's crap. Like, this lady was so rude. Like, that's not what I mean. Okay. That's not what I mean when I say don't just share the highlight reel. That's not what I mean. Okay. But when you can be authentic, my friend, like, this world gets fake every day, all day. Every day, all day, people are seeing fake boobs, fake lips, fake eyelashes. Look at me. Look at my life. Look how great it is. It's a false reality. It's not real. So when you can show up and be the real one, I don't know if you know this or not, but I have like kind of a challenge that I've done for myself on my Instagram and Facebook stories. It's my no filter rule. I used to like filter the crap out of my face every single day. And I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. It doesn't even look like me. Like, I'm starting to believe that's what I look like. And I really don't, but because what I know is that that's all other people are doing. Everybody else is doing the filter, right? Everybody is altering who they truly are. And I want to show up as the real one. Man, and look, if you're following me on Facebook or Instagram, you already know I will start a video, and if I got a booger up my nose, I'm not going to stop the video. I will literally be in mid-video like, oh God, I got a booger. Hold on, let me get it. Oh my God, there's something on my face. Hold on, let me get it. I don't stop the video. This is me. This is real life. This is who I am. I got crap on my face. Right? Like, sometimes I show up here and I don't have makeup on. My hair's not done. I don't have jewelry on. I'm in my freaking pajamas. I want y'all to see. You don't have to show up all glammed out. And this, like, I'm sorry. I'm a single mom. I've got 2 dogs, 3. I've got lifing. And I want y'all, it's so important for y'all to see that you don't have to show up all glitz and glammed and to the 9, because that's not real life. It's not real life. Now some of you might do that every day, not Jana Brown. I want to show you who I am. Now today I did put a little effort in, okay? But normal, and I did that because I left the house. But normally, no, I'm going to show up however I was all day with y'all because I work from home. I'm home all the time. But y'all get the point, okay? I'm sure you get the point. If you get the point, put point down below in the comments. Okay. Number 5, how to stand out online. You've got to have automations, my friend. You have to have automations. You cannot be working 24 hours a day. But your email automations that I provide for you, if you go here, you'll get your emails. You'll get your emails, whatever. But this is a chance for you to share a little bit more about yourself and build that like and know trust factor with those that have not become yet a business partner of yours or a customer or whatever you're doing, right? And I love that. I love that. And not just that it's not only a chance for you to share a little bit more about yourself, but it's also a chance for you to educate and teach people and give value. Because not everybody's going to watch your lives. Not everybody's going to watch your posts. Here's what I know, my friend. And this is what I know is that nobody is online as much as you are. Right? Like, I've got to remember that. Like, social media is my life. I love social media. Okay. I'm not on there as much as you may think. I'm probably on, I don't know, maybe 2 hours a day, but I love it. And what I know is that most people, if they are on it 2 hours a day, they're not paying attention to me all day long, right? They're distracted and looking at other things. But bottom line, my whole point in saying all that is that in order to stay in front of somebody, in order to be on someone's mind all the time or often, email automations is the way to go. And if you're being intentional with your engagement that we talked about earlier, and if you see somebody that if you know somebody's following you on social media and you notice that they subscribe to your emails, I would pay very close attention to them on whichever platform you're on. Because when they subscribe to your emails, or even if they like your video, engage in your video, they are showing you and telling you, hey, I'm interested in what you have going on. So it would be in your best interest to be interested in them back. But outside of that, the email automations are the way to go. Okay, number 6, how to stand out online without doing live video. Support a cause. Stand for something. And I do not mean take a political stance on your social media. You can if you want to, but it might not be in your best interest to get all political on your social media. Look how well that worked for other businesses, right? So I'm not talking about that. Maybe you want to stand up for, sex trafficking, and hopefully that didn't get, hopefully they don't shut me down on TikTok for that. But you want to stand up for something. You want to, advocate for something. People all know me on Facebook as the advocate for pit bulls. I have a huge heart for pit bulls. I think they are a very misunderstood breed, and I stand up for them, and I do all kind of stuff for pit bulls. I raise money for this one pit bull rescue. I do a lot on Facebook for these pit bulls. That's just my jam. Okay. So I'm just giving you an example. Pick something that you can advocate for. It really does help, and find ways to give back. So another thing that I do is I do the Single Mom Project. I call it the Single Mom Project, and I run it on Facebook. I actually did it on TikTok last year. And I take nominations from people who want to nominate a single mom who might need help for Christmas, right? And I donate my own money, but then I also ask for donations too. I'm like, hey, would you like to, ask, hey, do you want to contribute to this Single Mom Project? And I get great responses every year. And so that's something, just giving you an idea of ways to stand out, right? But people need to see that you care about something other than your paycheck. And the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Am I right? So be generous with your money. And it's okay to be public about that. You don't have to just be constantly like, look at me and all the good things I'm doing. But once a year, do something. And the reason why I love doing the Single Mom Project is because I'm getting my audience involved. So that's another tip for you, is that if you're going to advocate for something, or if you want to do some type of giving back in one way or the other, get your audience involved in that, my friend. It is so fun, and people love to be a part of something that is going to add value to someone else. People love to make a difference. At least I like to believe most people love to make a difference, right? Okay, number 7. This is so important. Spend more time connecting than you do providing. Okay, spend more time connecting, and I've hit on this quite a bit so far, but I want to go a little bit deeper on that. So, what can happen is when you start a business online, you're just like, I just want to get out there. I want to get out there. I want to get out there. And so you might be constantly thinking about posting, creating. And less is more, my friend, when it comes to that. I do one Facebook post a day, one TikTok a day, one Instagram a day, one YouTube, right? Just one. Now, I have ways that I can multi-purpose things, so I'm not creating 5 different pieces of content or whatever. But my whole point is I'm not posting all day every day on one platform, right? I do one post and I spend the majority of my time, right? What is it? Number 2 on the list. I spend most of my time providing genuine engagement and asking questions. And this is a bonus tip, okay? This is a bonus tip. And I do spend, I might spend 30 minutes on this. Just depends on how many viewers I have on my story. And even on my TikTok, but I will spend time thanking people for engaging in my content. If you watch my Facebook story, Instagram story, I will go down. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, especially when I love to see your face in my stories. And I genuinely mean that. Of like, I just want you to think about something real quick, because I think we can take it for granted sometimes. Do you realize, I know you do, but do you realize how, and hey, Selena, what's up, girl? Good to see you on. I actually wanted to get on the phone with you tonight, but I figured it's Friday night. She probably didn't want to get on the phone with me, but now you're hanging out with me on live. But I want you to think about how valuable someone's time is. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you. I want you to think about that, how valuable someone's time is. The fact that someone took the time out of their day to so much as watch your story, or like Greg right now watching my Facebook Live, or even Selena watching my Facebook Live. I'm not sure who else is watching because I can't tell. But that's a really big deal, because time is something that people can't get back, and they could be doing anything else with their time. So even if they just watched your 1-minute Facebook or Instagram story, or if they took time to read your Facebook post and comment, or watch your 90-second TikTok and comment on it, my friends, do not take that for granted. Take time and connect with those people that took time for you. If they took time for you, take time for them. That is how you're going to stand out, my friends. Let me just be real with you right now, because I'm shocked. I'm shocked at that. This literally blows my mind. So when I tell you this tip about spending more time connecting than you do providing, and this is going to make the biggest difference in your business. And let me tell you why. Because I've literally spent so much time connecting. I don't even want to call it connecting, because they didn't connect back with me. But I have spent some of my time reaching out to people that I know own businesses. I've messaged them in their Facebook Messenger. I've commented. Do you know there are people that have yet to reply? Like, literally don't even respond. Like, they don't even respond. They literally don't even acknowledge me. And I noticed that ish. I noticed it and it makes me so mad. It doesn't make me mad for me. If you want to ignore me, fine. Thanks for letting me know I'm not important and my business doesn't matter. But what makes me mad is that I guess I'm just dumbfounded. I can't say I'm mad, but I'm dumbfounded. I'm like, you are an entrepreneur, you own a business, and you're not even going to reply to me. And I'm not going to say speculate why. Yes, I am. I'm going to speculate. I'm going to speculate. I think it's because I haven't bought a product from them. But you have to understand, my friends, you have to provide the value before they are going to give you their money. You have to give and give and give before anyone is going to open their wallet for you. So that is why when it comes to entrepreneurship and building this business, if you don't have a heart for people, my friend, if you do not have a heart for people, you are not going to make it very far. Like, you have to realize that with entrepreneurship, it comes servanthood. You have to serve and you can't expect anything in return. You have got to detach yourself from the expectation. Now, look, there is some strategy. There is some strategy, right? I have a strategy with my business. I'm going to teach you a strategy, a marketing strategy with your business. There are some strategies and, techniques, and I say techniques, there's some strategies and there's some there's some strategies to certain behaviors on social media or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's why I said in number 1, be intentional. I don't want you to do things just for the sake of doing them, because people can feel that. And I'm guilty, my friends. Everything that I'm telling you not to do, I've done it. And that's why I'm telling you, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes. But a lot of this right here is heart posture. It's heart posture. If you're all about what's in it for me and all the money that you can make, this is going to be really hard for you. Or you're going to do some of this stuff, right, Sherry? And people are going to notice that it's bull crap. They're going to see. And I've seen people do it. I can tell. I can see right through it. And it's so cringy. In fact, I had somebody start engaging on my Facebook story. On my Facebook Reels Tuesday. And I was shocked because I hadn't seen this person engage in anything of mine in like 9 years. And so I knew this person was an entrepreneur like me and very into fitness. And so I was like, shoot, I'm going to mention my business. Heck, they're the ones that are engaging with me. I'm not cold messaging them, right? So I just basically just said, hey, appreciate the story. I said, appreciate the story, love. Hey, real quick. First off, I want to catch up with you, but I'm curious, have you heard of Make? And so anyway, then he turned the whole thing around about his opportunity. And I'll just say this, long story short, like the only reason, like, number 1, he did not even care about what I was saying. Number 2, the only reason he even engaged in my content was to tell me about his thing, right? But I sent it, like, when he said, no, I don't know what make is, I sent him a voice message and I said, first off, thanks for engaging in my content. Like I said, it's been a long time. I hope you're doing good, but man, this is freaking amazing. Cause I saw he had watched my story. So I knew that he saw the peptides and the things. And so I could speak on that. Right. But it was just so cringy how he flipped it around, like, to his thing, and didn't really like acknowledge my thing. You know what I'm saying? But I could also tell that the only reason he even engaged with me was to tell me about his opportunity. And so let me just say this. So all that to say is that if you're not genuine, people will know it. I knew it. I was like, man, are you kidding me? Like, you want, like, you, what? Like, you want to, anyway, whatever. All that again to say, if you want somebody to join your business or to take a look at your business, and this is exactly what I taught I had a coaching call with 2 of my girls at 7:00 tonight. And I told them, I said, you reach out and you be direct about why you're reaching out. No beating around the bush. You come correct. Come correct with people. Come correct. Don't try to sneak in the back door. Now, what could he have, what he should have done was he should have connected with me, right? If it were me and I were him, I would have been like, what is make? Oh my God, you sound so excited about it. I wouldn't even have talked about my business if I were him. Like, because I was clearly excited about what I had going on. He saw in my story, I'm very, very focused on this business. This is my baby. I'm not looking at anything else. It's very clear. And here he is trying to show me. Anyway, so what I would have done was I would have totally fed into that, because let me tell you, people love to talk about themselves. And if he had said, listen, if he had said, I want to hear about make, but tell me how you're doing first. How are your kids doing? How are Michael and Eliza? He knows my children's names. If he had just spent that time with me, that would have made all the freaking difference in the world. It would have made all the difference, because then if he had spent time with me and let me go on and on about make, which I wouldn't have, I would have, been genuinely curious about his family and whatnot. But I would have had a good dialogue about everything else but what he had, right? And then you know how I would have ended the conversation with me? I would have said, listen, if the timing is ever different in your life and you're open for other opportunities, let me know, because I have an opportunity that I would share with you when the time is right. But it sounds like you're very invested in what you have going on. So don't worry about that right now. I'm just glad we got to catch up. You know what would have happened, my friend? I would have been like, what is it? What do you have? What do you mean? Like, tell me what you got going on. Now, would I have entertained it further than that? No. But do you see what I'm saying? Because of his approach, I didn't even, because of the way he handled me, I don't even care what you have. I don't want anything to do with what you have. These steps right here, my friend, they should be the 10 commandments of network marketing or digital marketing or online sales or online business building, right? In fact, there's only 7. They should be the 7 commandments. Now, I'll be 100 with you. I can't judge him and I can't fault him any more than I already have, because I probably would have done the same thing years ago, because he obviously is brand new in the game. Okay. He's obviously brand new in the game. But I wanted you to hear the difference in the approach. He could tell by my stories how excited and how passionate and how invested I am in my business. He could hear it in my voice clip. And that's a tip for you also. Don't type a bunch of stuff about your business to someone. Send a voice message so they can hear your excitement. He could hear my excitement. He could hear the conviction in my voice, only to turn around and try and tell me about his crypto thing. No, my friend. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't care if someone that you're talking to is excited about glitter dog poop. You better get excited about glitter dog poop. You better ask them questions about their glitter dog poop that they're excited about. Okay? Whoever you're talking to, whatever they're excited about, you better get excited right along with them and ask them genuine questions about it. That's how you're going to stand out online. That's how you're going to make a difference online. It's not about who's prettiest and who has the best videos. And, it's about these 7 tips, my friend. This is how you're going to stand out online. These 7 tips I just gave you right here. And if you miss the tips, go onto my YouTube, watch the replay, or go watch the replay on Facebook. But now I do want to give you some tips for going live, because at the end of the day, even if you followed all 7 of these tips, live video, short form video like Reels and TikToks, that's where it's at, my friend. There's no better way for someone to engage with you and get to know you than through your videos, okay? So ultimately, I want you to graduate to that. So here's how we're going to do it. Number 1, you're going to practice. Did you know that there are settings on your Facebook? And I know there's even on TikTok, there are settings for, you can go in practice mode. Go in practice mode and practice. And I want you to start with a 3-minute video and just tell one fun fact about yourself. 3-minute video and tell a fun fact about yourself. That's it. A did you know video. Did you know this about me? Fun, 3 minutes. And practice that, right? And then number 2 tip is start your live with how afraid you are. Be honest about how afraid you are, because what'll happen is people will comment in this, and they'll go into your comments and they'll be like, oh my God, me too, girl. Like, you got this. You got this. If you were to show up online and say, oh my gosh, friends, I'm so nervous. This is my first live video. I'm terrified. Let me know in the comments if going live scares you too. Do you realize you will have so many people show up for you and be like, me, girl, I feel you, same. And what will that do for you? That will encourage you so much, right? Wouldn't it? Put yes in the comments if you'd be like, oh my God, yeah, it would be so refreshing. In fact, you could even do a poll right now on your page. On a scale of 1 to 10, how afraid are you to go live on your Facebook page or on your TikTok or whatever? 10 being I would vomit. And look at the replies you would get. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Watch me. I'm going to ask my Facebook page. And then I'm going to say, if you want tips on how to go live online, watch my story. Because I just gave tips today on how to go live. Or how to get, start going live. But anyway. But that's how you could start your video, my friend. You could say that. You could just say, my friend, I am so nervous. And the third tip would be have notes. Like, I even have notes. I don't want to get off track. So if it's your first live video, write out some notes and have your notes. It's okay. I have to give a huge shout out to my friend Betsy. So my friend Betsy was so terrified to go live. I gave her these tips. She did so well. She showed up on her video and she was like, my friends. Well, I don't know if she said my friends, but she was like, hey there, y'all. This is my first live video. I'm a little nervous. So I have some notes. I'm nervous, but I got my notes. And like people were like, you got this. Yay. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Hey girl. Hey, hey, you know? And then she just kind of read and it was like 3 minutes. Can you do that? Raise your hand in the comments if you think you can do that. I think you can do that. And I think you can crush it. And I want you to think of it like riding a roller coaster. Like what happens when you want to ride a roller coaster, right? In the beginning, before you get on the ride, you're scared, right? You're like, but then what happens when you ride it? What happens after you ride the roller coaster? Drop it in the comments. I know you can tell me. What happens after you ride the roller coaster? Yes, Selena, yes. What happens after you ride the roller coaster? You want to ride it again. I love it. I love talking to you every night. I love going live. And you have to even tell yourself that. Going live is fun. Going live is fun. Going live is fun. Going live is fun. You get back. Yes, girl. Yes. And so going live is like that. I've got to find my first YouTube video. You will be shocked. It is awful. Like it is pure trash. And one promise you have to make to yourself is that you will never delete any of your videos. Promise yourself that you'll never delete your content. Because you need to see the growth, right? And then if you decide that you want to recruit and you want to build a team, you got to be able to show them, like, this is where I started. Hey, Sharon. Nice to see you, friend. Sharon has literally inspired me to get out of here and go find a mountain somewhere. She just posted pictures recently of her freaking gorgeous hiking trip. And I was like, oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing. I know your pictures didn't do it justice. And you have to remind me where you went again. I think it was Rocky Mountains. I'm pretty sure that was you. I've had a couple of friends go to the mountains, but I'm pretty sure that was you. If I'm getting you confused, I'm pretty sure that was you. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was you in the Rocky Mountains recently. But my friends, this is when I go live, like, I know I say my friends, but I always like to pretend like I'm just talking to, like, we're just sitting across the table from each other. And I'm sorry if you hear this chime going off. I have no clue what that is. I've been trying to figure that out. It went off the other night and I don't know what it is. I was right. Estes Park and Ricky Mounts back. Okay. So Rocky Mountains. Okay. I think maybe you got nails like me and you can't type well. I don't know. Or maybe you're the queen of typos like me, girl. I literally cannot type anything without there being typos. Like if there's no typos in anything in my caption, it's because I use Chat GPT. Okay. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But there, yeah. Yes. Rocky Mountains. So I was actually in Blue Ridge 2 years ago. My mom and I went to Blue Ridge and it was gorgeous. I wanted to go to Rocky Mountains, or no, it wasn't Rocky. It was Smoky. I wanted to go to Smoky Mountains. And anyway, we ended up at Blue Ridge. It was beautiful, but it's been a minute since I've been in the mountains. I really want to go back. So I appreciate your pictures. They were absolutely beautiful. Absolutely stunning. My bucket list, and you have to let me know where you're going next, but my bucket list is Alaska. And I want to go see orca whales, humpback whales in their natural habitat, not in a cage, not in a tank. I mean, I want to do a small, quaint, like Alaskan cruise with like 80 people max and like see the freaking, that's my dream. That's my dream. That's my dream. But let me know what your dream is. And see, Selena, put in the comments, where's your dream trip? I've had the fortunate blessing of seeing some beautiful places in our amazing world, but I have yet to see Alaska. I've been to Canada. I've been to different national parks like Yosemite. I've been to South America. I have yet to go across the Atlantic, but the kids and I are talking about South Korea next year because my daughter, y'all know, got back from Seoul recently. So I'm like, I want to go to Seoul because now we're all into K dramas and cooking shows in Korean. We don't watch anything in English anymore. It's a lot of fun. All right, let me get off. I'm going to end the stream on StreamYard and I'll talk to y'all. Okay. End stream.